Welcome to Truth and Company Boxing Podcast for another segment of 20 random questions. I'm your host, John the Truth Dioria, and today's guest is professional boxer Devin Gantt. How you doing, Devin?
What's going on, John? Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm great, man. I appreciate you taking time to come on the show. Just so the fans know, do you got anything coming up right now?
I was supposed to fight March 2nd. Fight fell through. Opponent never showed. But I think I'm supposed to fight next month. I'm just staying ready at this point.
So the fans can go on. You got social media pages that the fans can check you out on and see when you're fighting?
Yes, they can. They can find me on Devin Gantt Boxing on Facebook and Instagram, The Most Dangerous.
Okay. So you ready for these 20 random questions?
Yes, I am.
All right. So question one, just so the fans can get to know you a little bit, tell me about your background and your upbringing a little bit before boxing. Not boxing, just kind of where you grew up, your parents, your siblings, things like that.
Well, I grew up in Camden, New Jersey. Went to school, at Yorkshire Elementary. Then I moved from there to Willowboro. But I basically moved all around my whole childhood. I had a big family. A family of, I have 7 brothers and 2 sisters. So, big family.
Okay, and you lived with both of your parents then? They were together?
Yes, I was living with them up until, my teenage years. Things got a little rocky, but it happens.
Okay. All right. So question 2, how did you get involved in the sport of boxing?
I got involved in boxing. I was working in a warehouse job when I was about 17 years old. No, maybe 18. And I started talking to this guy, and he was telling me how he was a boxer, but I never knew I could get into boxing. Like, I never heard of any gyms or anything like that, so he told me that there was a gym in North Camden and that I should go with him. So I did, and I never stopped, after that.
All right.
I've been boxing since I was 18.
And so how many years is that then?
I've been boxing for 10 years.
Okay. And what are you right now? Are you 5-0?
I'm 5-1 now.
5-1?
Yeah.
And how much amateur experience did you end up having?
I had 29 fights.
Okay.
29 fights. A long amateur. It took me a long time to get through the amateurs, a lot of different obstacles, but I stayed true to it. Turned pro last year.
Okay. All right. So question 3, what boxers have inspired you in your career?
Mike Tyson, my favorite. Evander Holyfield, another great boxer. James Toney, Sugar Ray Leonard. A lot of greats back in the day. Boy, Mayweather too. You can't miss that.
Okay, be careful. Don't cover your mic.
Okay.
All right. Question 4, do you have any hobbies outside the sport of boxing?
No, not anymore. No. Once I took up boxing, it was just boxing, Don't have time for anything else. Once you're in it, you just got to stay true to boxing only.
Okay. Question 5, what advice would you give to a kid that wants to become a boxer?
Stay dedicated, stay humble, and just keep working hard. I think that's the most important thing. Just staying honest with yourself and just doing it,
Okay. Question 6, what's something that your boxing fans don't know about you?
They might not know that I have 4 kids. I'm a busy man. Yeah.
Sounds like in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 7. Who is someone in your life that has inspired you outside the sport of boxing?
Um, Someone who inspired me outside of boxing. My cousin Sarita. Yeah,
And why is
she
that?
always because she was always positive. She was always around. She was always there to uplift us. She was just a positive person to be around.
Okay. All right. Question 8. If you could have dinner with any 4 people in the world, dead or alive, celebrities, people from history, who would be at your table?
Uh, Mike Tyson, definitely Mike Tyson. Yeah.
I need 3 more.
Oh, 3 more. Floyd Mayweather. Have some good conversations. Um, 2 more. Who else? Probably. eh, It's hard to think. I don't know. I don't know too many people. I don't like people too much. No.
All right. All right.
Um.
That's good enough. I mean, it's your table. So,
Yeah.
all right. Question 9. What's the one thing that you hate the most in training?
Hate the most. Getting up early in the morning, running. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Question 10. What's the best advice you've ever gotten from another boxer and who was it?
Best advice was use the jab more effectively, and you know, that's pretty much it. No one really gives me too many pointers or nothing like that. You know, besides using the jab more. That's the best way to win a fight.
But
Is
what
use the
boxer
jab.
told you that?
Um, James Toney. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Question 11. Are you a thrill seeker or an adrenaline junkie? Do you like being risky?
I do. I do. Yeah.
What type
Um,
of things do you do?
well, I jumped out of an airplane. I did. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It was pretty crazy, but we were in Vegas, and I had no other choice. My wife made me do it, and I was like, oh well, we'll just do it. You know.
Did she do it too?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. We did it together.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Question 12. Have you ever had an incident where you thought you were going to die?
Yeah. When I was a kid, um, I almost drowned. Swimming. It's kind of one of my phobias.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
don't go swimming anymore?
I do. Yeah, boxing. Boxing. I learned how to swim a little bit.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Question 13. Who's your favorite athlete?
Favorite athlete. Um, Favorite athlete. Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Yeah,
Question
definitely.
question 14. Can you tell me an interesting story so far out of your boxing career?
Interesting story. Hmm. No, not really. Not really interesting. You know, no, I don't really have an interesting story about boxing. No, I
Nothing
know.
that's happened to you in your last 5, 6 fights?
Well, there was my last fight. Obviously, I didn't win the fight. You know, but I trained hard and I did whatever I could to try to win. And I just knew that it wasn't enough. Because I was sick. I was sick with COVID, and me being who I am, I thought I could still do it. And probably got in the way and just didn't turn out my way. That
Okay.
wasn't interesting. It was kind of stupid on my behalf, but
Yeah, but sometimes for the fans, what you don't think is interesting, it's interesting to the fans because it's things that they might not know behind the scenes.
right, that's true.
So, question 15, who are some of the musical artists that you listen to when you train?
Um, Michael Jackson. I just, it's soothing. Um, I don't listen to, heavy rap stuff and all that. That kind of makes me violent. Doesn't really help me. Doesn't really help me. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay, question 16, what are some of your boxing goals over the next few years?
Um, be a world champion. The next, I'd say 3 years. 3 years tops. World champion.
Okay, that's a big goal, man.
Yeah, yeah. I know I'm gonna do it. I just gotta put the work in. You know, I got the power. I got everything. I just got to keep going.
Okay, question 17, what animal best fits your personality?
Mm, a lion. I'm just hungry. You know, dedicated, strong, courageous. You know what I mean? All of those things. So,
Okay, question 18, if you became a superhero, what would your name be and what abilities would you have?
ah, that's a good one. That's a good question. Um, ah, I'll be super strength. I would have super strength. Because I think that's what you need. You just need to be a superhuman. Be super strong so you can conquer. You know.
And what would your name be?
Uh, my name, man, Super Dev. I don't know. Super
Okay.
Dev.
Okay. Question 19, if you were to start your own business, what kind of business would you start?
Um, Probably open up a boxing gym. I do have a business. I'm a business owner. That's what allows me to stay in the gym. Take care of my family and stuff like that. But if I could open up another business, it would be a boxing gym.
So what business do you own now?
Carpentry business. I'm a carpenter, and I do commercial cleaning as well.
Okay, do you got a name for it? You want to give a shout out?
Knockout Professional Services. That's the name of my
And
business.
where's that located?
No, located in South Jersey.
Okay.
All
All right.
South Jersey.
All right, question 20. If you had the opportunity to spar one world champion, what world champion would you want to spar?
Spar one world champion. It wouldn't be Mike Tyson, that's for sure. Because yeah, he's a little bit too big for me. But I'd say probably Floyd. Because you can't learn the game, anyone other than from him, because he
Okay.
pretty much mastered the game.
What about a
Yeah, for
current
sure.
world champion right now? Who do you want to spar
Current
that's
world
current?
champion. Any world champion in my weight class, I would love to spar. Anyone in the 126, 122 weight class, that's a world champion. I would love to spar him, and gain some experience.
Okay. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking time to come on and do the 20 random questions. If
Absolutely.
you got anything to say to your fans before we end, go ahead.
Appreciate all y'all. Keep following me. I will be world champion. That's all.
All right, hold
Appreciate it.
on. And with that, the truth has spoken.